What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Happy Thursday, guys. I hope you guys are having a blessed day overall. Today we are working on 3 vehicles. One, Ivan with R5 Auto Detailing is already working on one. My job is these 2 beasts you see here. There's going to be a show over the weekend, so we got to make sure these Jeeps look really well. This one is pretty well maintained, fairly new. So all we're going to be doing is just a thorough interior vacuum. This one has pet hair, so just make sure we get all the pet hair out. The seats are brand new as well, literally a day old, so we won't even mess with those. This one, as far as the interior, is going to be pretty straightforward. I think the main concern when working with Jeeps, specifically if they're taking it to a show, is you got to make sure the exterior looks good, right? One of the issues with a lot of Jeeps is a lot of the customers, they go rocking, climbing, or crawling, I think is what they call it, and they are pretty beat up on the exterior wheels. They're all scratched up. These are actually not that bad. Sometimes this can get really hard to clean just because it cakes in there. Depending where they go, the type of mud there is in that area, the mud can stain, and if the car is not like protected or waxed or coated, then the mud will tend to stain the paint. This one, I don't see that issue in it, but there's going to be a lot of scrubbing going on this one as well. This one, the other one, I think is going to be my main issue. So we're going to start on this one here because it's the least dirty, and this one here is going to be where all the concentration is going to be in. Shout out to DFW Gladiator Club for the opportunity. But if you look at these tires, this thing has gone places. There's a lot of caked on mud in there. The interior is fairly good, but we're going to give it a nice touch. We're going to steam clean all the leather really well, blow out all the interior, vacuum it nicely, and then we're going to wash the exterior. These doors are actually going to be off for the show, but at least we'll get it cleaned up nicely. You can see R5 over there. But overall, guys, let's get started on this project because we have our hands full and we have a long day to go. So phase 1, I got to move these cars so that I'm able to work on them. This one's going to go to the back. We're going to move the other one to the front because that one I'm on a deadline. I need to have this car done. I need to have that Jeep done at least by 2:30. So we got to get to work, guys. So let's get started. So I'm using Super Clean 50/50 because I wanted it to be pretty strong, and then I'm just using soft bristle brush to clean all this area here as well as the shocks. Pretty much anything I can clean under here, I'm getting it done with the Super Clean, as well as the tires. I'm using Super Clean, and then I'm using a hard bristle brush for the first stage to really scrub these tires to remove a lot of this grime the tires had. Then I'm using a Car Pro brush, and then I rinse it off, and then I'm coming back with the PNS brake buster. I'm using them both on the tires and the wheel. This is just gonna help it a little bit much better clean it out, as well as just clean the wheels really well. And I'm also using this is a I think this is from Chemical Guys brush. It's a real small one that gets in between all these small areas, very intricate areas, and then rinse it off, and that's pretty much it. All right, so for this next phase, after I did the whole pressure wash, the whole vehicle, the sun was pretty hot. So I didn't want to foam it just because really, I just really wanted to do a rinseless. And I ended up using the DIY Detail. This is their Rinseless Wash and Shine Concentrate. And to be honest, it did really, really well. As you guys are seeing on the footage, I'm using the black sponge with this in a Merillic sprayer. I know you guys say use distilled water. For this reason, I didn't use distilled water. I used straight tap water. And what I'm doing is, after I rinse it, I'm spraying the solution. I have the black sponge. One side, I will clean this whole door panel, and then I'll wipe it off, and then I'll go to the other door. I'll flip the sponge really quick and repeat it again, and then I'll rinse off really quick the sponge, right? With the pressure washer really quick to get everything out. That's the way. I know it's not supposed to be done like that, but that's just the way I do it, and I have yet to have any issues with cars scratching or anything. And then I come back with the DIY ceramic gloss on the paint and on the windows, and it looks amazing. Warning: the following scenes contain graphic footage not suitable for professional detailers, so you're forewarned. All right, this is the way I do this, just because I've done it for years like this. When you're working with wheels that are pretty bad, as you guys are going to see in the video, I'm using the detail gun. I'm using the Drive Auto Appearance. This is their wet gloss, high gloss dressing. It's a wet gloss tire and trim glaze, and I really enjoy using this for tires, for trim, for the inner wheel wells when they're black plastics. It does amazing. So I know you guys are seeing a lot of overspray, but to be honest, the overspray is really minimal. Like, it's just smoke. And then I'm doing it all on the fronts, the grill, the bumpers, side steps. I'm doing it on the shocks, just so that it can pop, right? And then you're gonna see me take it to the wheel. The reason I do that is because by doing this, it cleans up the wheel nicely, it dresses the wheel nicely, and it looks really good. And you guys are gonna see just how well this wheel turned out from how it looked prior. And then after I dress everything or spray everything with the detail gun, I let the product just dwell, take a little bit on there. And then what I do is I'll grab a microfiber. Any microfiber will do, usually the ones that you use for your wheels. I'll use one of those. And then what I do is I'll come back and pretty much just blend the product in. And then I will do that as well on the wheels. This way I remove any excess of the dressing. And the way these wheels turned out, it's really good. And some may say, oh wow, that's gonna look oily or anything. Trust me, when I wipe those wheels, there is no dressing. It's not oily, it's good. But again, it's not for everybody. I know some people knock it, okay? I know it's not professional. Someone said that's not the way the IDA said to do it. I'm not IDA. I'm Serranos Mobile, and this is just the way I like to do things, right? For some, it doesn't work. For me, it works. I love it. It saves me time. It saves me a headache of having to spray things. I just love using the detail gun. But again, it's not for everybody. Alrighty guys, we are finally done with these projects. We started with 3 vehicles. So in total, we did 4 cars today. We had a Lexus, which you're about to see in the video, kind of me showcasing a little bit of the cars that we did today. But it turned out pretty well. This one here was pretty much the main attraction as far as for the videos. I really didn't showcase interior wise because it was real basic and thorough. Just a good vacuum, remove light pet hair, stuff like that. But truly the exterior was where I wanted to showcase a little bit. Overall, really the process was real simple. For the we did a rinseless on the exterior. After I rinsed the car, we did a rinseless. We used a DIY detail, their rinseless product. Smells great. It worked pretty good. The sun it's right on it, so I didn't feel like putting the foam wash and all of that. So we did just a good APC rinse. I did super clean, 4-to-1, and then pressure washed it off, and then we did our rinseless. For the tires, I used the Drive Auto Appearance tire dressing, which is my favorite one, the blue one, because it gives me the most gloss on tires. When you're working on big tires, just a quick tip: you have to scrub the crap out of these tires to get all the grime out, any dirt, any buildup like that, so that the tire dressing can really adhere to the rubber. If you don't do that, especially on big tires, the tire dressing part is kind of pointless because as soon as you add it on, it literally goes away. So I did it's a 2 process. So the first process was spray it heavily and just let the tire dressing soak into the rubbers. And then I came back with the brush and then I sprayed it again, and then I brushed it in, and now we have a nice shiny tire. And that's how you do it when you're working with big tires. On the wheels, you guys already know I love my detail gun. I use the same dressing that I use for the tires. I use it for the wheels. The reason I do that, guys, is if you saw in the beginning of the video, these wheels were in bad shape. I did brush them and did everything, but because it goes off-roading a lot, there is some areas where that dirt and grime kind of like just already like caked in and kind of became like a permanent stain. And to really enhance the look on the wheels, I use the detail gun and I just literally spray the wheels real quick. I like it that way because since it's a real fine mist, it literally sprays evenly and that's all you have to do. But for me, I usually spray them and then I'll come back again with a towel and then I would just pretty much blend in the product and they look great. I know some of you guys have an opinion on that. That's just the way I like to do things. It works, especially when you're working on some pretty, I won't say beat up wheels, but on wheels that are black. Toyota has those wheels that no matter what you do, they look horrible when you finish them. Try that method. Get your detail gun, get you a nice tire dressing, and spray those wheels and watch how different those wheels look. I know some people are gonna say that's dumb, that's hiding from the customer, but really I'm not, because I scrubbed the crap out of the wheels and they look great without the dressing. And honestly, after I finished dressing them, the wheels were pretty good, but I just wanted to enhance a little bit of the wheels. It's going to a show, so anything to just make it stand out from the rest, and it looks good. I know some of you guys might have an opinion on that, and as always, all opinion is welcome. I know I love comments and I appreciate them, so definitely let me know in the comments what you guys thought of that. I know it's not professional, but it works. It works. Overall, this thing really turned out really well. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Again, a huge shout out to the DFW Gladiator Club for the opportunity to work on their Jeeps. The other Jeep looked really good, looked really good. The customer left happy, and as always, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. So thank you guys for watching today's video. As always, we'll catch you guys on the next one.